Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new. We're the Acheampong family and we used to make videos about our life in Ghana.
Yes.
And it's now about our life in Holland.
Yes. So for the people who don't know us, 2 years ago we decided to move to Ghana for a sabbatical and we end up staying for 2 years.
Yeah.
We had a really wonderful and lovely time. Of course, it was with a lot of ups and downs, but hey, that is Accra for you.
We would like to thank TransferGo for sponsoring our video of today.
So you clicked on the video because you're wondering, how much does it actually cost to live in Accra? I'm saying Accra and not Ghana because, well, you have to watch to the end of the video to really understand the difference between living in Ghana and living in Accra. We can only speak for our own experience. So don't take this video as, oh, this is how much it's gonna cost. This is how much it cost us to live in Ghana. In Ghana, the beautiful thing is that you can actually live on any budget that you want.
Yeah.
I think the Western world has this kind of set program where there are very much living standards for everybody, whilst in Ghana, it's not that case at all. You can live in any type of means. So this is how we decided to live, but there's all kinds of possibilities. So let's get into the video.
Wait, hold up, just 1 second. Make sure you first subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Let's get into the video.
So one of the major costs of living in Accra was the fact that we have school-age children. So if you're thinking of moving to Ghana, I would really recommend you to do that before you have school-age kids. It makes the transition so much easier and gives you time to adapt.
Fully integrate into society.
Yeah.
Make your head clear for starting or running a business and incorporating that in your family life.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I think we have spent majority of our time focusing on making sure that the kids were set.
Yeah.
While we wanted to look at business opportunities, there were so many other things that we wanted to do. We couldn't really spend our time well. I'm not saying that is bad. I'm just saying that it would have been so much more easier if we have made that decision when Sophie was like 1 or 2.
Yeah, of course.
And then it will also give her time to adapt to the environment and the school system, and would not make it necessarily that we had to put her in international school.
It would be nice if I could put Sophie Jane back into the baby carrier. That would be nice. And then arranging all the things, being on a jet ski, climbing.
This guy. So what are the biggest expenses when you want to live in Ghana with school-age children?
I think the first one would be a house.
Yes. But that also comes together with school.
True.
See, this is how I'm going to explain it. Ghana is not Accra, but if you want to live in a major city where you have accessibilities to schools, international schools that means you have to live in Accra, Tema, Takoradi, Kumasi. Well, if you want to see what we're discussing about, click anywhere here on the screen and we have a whole video explaining the school system in Ghana. Yeah. You really have to see that video to understand why we are so focused on international, semi-international and local. Basically, if you have kids who are already schooled in the Western world, it's very, very difficult for them to adapt to the Ghanaian normal school system. So for our kids, we had to decide to place them in a high-end international school system for them to feel and get the same type of education as they have had in their home country. Yeah. That is why we're saying that if you move to Ghana before you have school-age children, it will be so much more easier. For them to adapt to the Ghanaian school system. Definitely. And that will save you a lot of cost because you don't have to rent in airport, East Legon, Labone, Cantonments. What is the last one? I think also Abelempe, right?
Yeah, but Abelempe, depending on where from Abelempe, it can be expensive or cheaper. Very cheap.
So if you have school-age children and you want to place them in high-end international schools, you have to be in one of those areas, which makes it that your cost of living rises.
Let's say a normal house would be $800 or $900, right? Now, here in these areas, I think the starting price for a very small apartment even would be somewhere roughly about $1,500.
Yes.
Up until 3,000-4,000 on the average. Houses for a family of either 3 or 6 people roughly between the $1,500 and the $4,000. That would be price range where you would be looking for to rent a house.
Yes. But the cost to live in those areas start from $1,500 up to $10,000 a month. Accra real estate is just madness, basically. It doesn't make any sense. But this is what we're dealing with at the moment. So this is what you're going to be looking at if you want to live in one of those areas. Now, let's talk about comfortability, because that is also a major part in deciding where you want to live. If you have children, it is not like you could drop them from school. Okay, let's say we try to live in an apartment, right?
Yeah.
We had the thought that, oh, you know what, when they come from school and they want to go someplace, we'll just take them to the park for
everything
like half
would be
an hour.
very easy, accessible, and those things.
Yeah, and then we'll go back to the house and then they'll just sleep, and then the next day we do that. We don't necessarily need a pool like we had in the first house, and we don't necessarily need a garden. Accra is a very big and open city. We can go anywhere. That was our initial thought.
Yeah.
Well, we were so wrong.
Remember when Micah needs to go to football?
Yeah.
Micah was footballing at a friend of mine, his football academy. It's like literally 6 or 7 minutes from the house.
Yeah. No, even I think it's 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
But it's not possible to walk.
Yeah.
The way Accra is set up is that Accra is a city for cars. The city planning is lacking in Accra. There are no pedestrian sidewalks. So for you to maybe walk Micah to football, it's not really possible. It's not really safe because there's so many cars and in traffic.
That's true. With a daily traffic jam, it's like 40 minutes for just a very small part.
Yeah.
Just past a supermarket.
We could actually see the football field from our building.
Yeah.
So it's that close, but because of traffic, it's just not set up. Yeah. So that is why we're saying that if you move with children, children need play, children need places to run, children need to do something after school, especially when they were restricted in their school setting. Like because of the pandemic, there's a lot of things that are not really accessible in the school anymore.
Yeah.
So especially our kids, they're very used to coming home and playing outside. If you don't make that a possibility in your own home, make sure that they have maybe a play space or a little garden or a pool. It is going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
Very,
I would really
difficult.
suggest that if you're going to get something and you're renting a place, and I hope for you it's like a house with a yard, create something for the kids.
Yeah.
It saves you a lot of time, it saves you a lot of stress, and it gives you so much joy and happiness.
Yeah.
Instead of being sad because you have to deal with traffic every time, just going somewhere to relax for an hour and then being an hour again in the traffic. At the beginning it's fun and you're like, oh yeah, let's go.
You really want to explore.
After 1 week it's like, oh. After
At a certain
month
point
it's like,
draining.
no, I'm not doing this again.
So that is why it's very important for you to make your house as cozy and lovely as possible. Because going to the park for 10 minutes or half an hour is just not a possibility if you want to live in Accra.
Yeah.
So guys, the sponsor of today is TransferGo. TransferGo is a mobile app that enables you to send money from your laptop, from your tablet, from your phone, anywhere you are in 30 minutes straight to Ghana. And that saves you a lot of hassle. Like, oh my God, my dad still goes to these small corner shops, talk to the men, send the money, and then pays a lot of fees. While there is this mobile app that makes it so much more easy. So don't worry about safety. Your money will definitely get there. They are encrypted by the EU and UK authorities. They have very good rates compared to their competitors because there are a lot of them in this field. And they're even better than the banks. They now have an instant mobile money delivery to all the major players: MTN, Airtel, Tigo, and Vodafone. So within seconds, you can send money to your favorite person in Ghana. So definitely have a look at TransferGo. I will link all their information down below. So we talked about rent and the cost of living in those type of areas, but let's talk about school. While we did the whole video, let's just touch on the subject very quickly.
Yeah.
So schooling, could you explain like the prices?
Anywhere between $5,000 up until, well, $25,000 a year.
Yeah. That is for a
one child.
normal international schools, and that does not include transportation,
Admission fees, clothes,
stationery, uniforms, all of that.
extracurriculum.
Extracurricular activity is
Yeah.
all not included in that price.
Yeah.
So depending on what type of school you want for your children, that's also a big budget that you have to keep in mind.
So another big cost of living in Accra can be transportation. One of the biggest forms of transportation in Accra is the trottoir. And of course it's fun, it can be very convenient, but it's not for everybody, and especially not for families. So in the end, what I recommend is you getting a car. And I have a video, which I can list somewhere up here. About me explaining how to buy a car. Yeah.
And I think it's also necessary because the way the city is set up is you now see people biking, especially local people, riding their bicycle from time to time within traffic.
Yeah.
But the city is just not really set up for pedestrians or bikers or any other transportation mode than cars, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
even motorcycles.
Yeah, it's also challenging.
It can be very challenging when you're driving in
Yeah,
Accra.
no, not only very dangerous.
It can be very
very
dangerous.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Because it's so congested,
Yeah.
you really have to focus. Like sometimes when I'm in the car with the kids here, they just talk and talk and talk, and they're telling me, "Oh, mommy, look, I see this." In Ghana, oh, no, don't do
no
that.
looking at all.
You don't look at something. You focus
Yeah.
on the street because in a split second you can die.
Yeah, it has to do with people not obeying the law, obeying the rules. People don't have the certificates to drive.
The trotro driver didn't have my driver's license when he hit him.
In the end, people need to get income, right?
Yeah,
so
it's a hustle.
It's a hustle. So if you have a possibility to rent a car and then become a driver, and you don't have the means to get your driver's license, well, some people take the risk in life.
You can't blame them.
And do whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
But then that means things on the road can get very dangerous when people don't know what they're doing. So when you're driving in Ghana, be safe.
Yeah.
Pay attention to everything and everybody, and don't think somebody knows how things works on the street.
Yeah, and always wear your seatbelt. Like we had a lot of comments where Sophie and Micah that you thought they were not wearing seatbelts.
They were always strapped
They were
in.
always strapped in. It's just that because the seatbelt was high,
It will bruise them here.
it will
and cut
bruise
them.
their neck. So they will have their hand on top, and the seatbelt will be from their armpit going here and then going down. But please always wear your seatbelt. And if your child is young enough to be in a car seat, buy a car seat because they definitely sell them in Ghana. And there are instances where we have just seen kids jumping around in the car. Please let your kids be safe.
Yeah.
So how can you avoid all this cost that we were just giving to you? Is to basically homeschool.
Yeah.
You do not have to be in one of those major cities.
Yeah.
Like
True.
Ghana is such a beautiful, beautiful country. And to be honest, I don't really like Accra. I think Accra is overrated.
It's just that for us it was convenient to be there because of the school, and since we're not homeschooling, it's convenient to be there. But if not, no, definitely we wouldn't be in Accra.
Accra is not a
stay
nice city
somewhere
to
else.
live in.
I mean, there are far much nicer parts than Accra itself.
Beautiful. Like
Yeah.
if okay, the thing is we are not a homeschool type of people. We have tried that for 9 months in the pandemic, and we can definitely say it's not for us.
Yeah.
So homeschooling is not for everybody, but if you think you can handle that, it gives you so much possibilities to live anywhere without this major cost. And I would definitely want to settle in, I think, Busua or way up somewhere in Aburi. If we could homeschool, that would be my choice to live.
It would even be nice if you could move from part to part, like every 2 weeks to another part.
To move around.
That would be.
That's dreaming, baby.
But that would be nice.
Like, are you gonna teach them basic mathematics, learning to read and write? I'm telling you.
Mathematics, of course. Yeah, I'm good at those.
Kevin, you're good at mathematics, but when we were in the pandemic, okay, there's also challenging with homeschooling, right? Because you can outsource major part of your homeschooling. That's what we did.
Yeah.
So initially we started homeschooling the kids ourselves with the material that we had. There's also videos up there. And later we outsourced one of those things, or 2 or 3. I don't remember actually. But it's very possible for you to get a teacher to the house. Only the quality of education that a teacher provides comes with challenges.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I would just look at them and like, what are you telling my kid? And then you can't really barge in because this is don't want to undermine the teacher.
Sometimes you have to trust the process.
Well, it comes with a lot of challenges. But that also comes with budget. I do believe that if you have a bigger budget, you can definitely get one of the best teachers. And there are a lot of good teachers. See, like we had instances where we had maybe meetings or other things that we had to do. And then the teacher will call and say that, oh, madam, please, it's raining, so I can't come today. Just things that, what? So because it's raining, you can't come. But that is also a big thing in Accra because how the roads are set up, when it rains a lot, it's just not possible for them to leave the house. I do believe that people just think that, oh, because it's raining, you can't go anywhere. Come and see rain,
No, sorry. That doesn't, no.
No, but listen, when we were in Acheampong, the flood that we had, click on this video, I do believe that sometimes you really can't leave your house because of the rain. But I believe that it's just so in their mind, graved in their mind that, oh, it's raining, I'm not going to work. No,
it's just they don't want to stand outside wearing an umbrella and waiting for a trottoir to pick them up while everybody's also trying to get in the same trottoir. No. If you want to go somewhere, you will go.
You can get there, sure.
Another major cost of living in Ghana is maintenance. Maintenance from the place you're renting or the place you bought. I think also the cost of your staff, if you have staff, your environment where you're staying. I think that has also real impact in your budget, right?
Yes, definitely. That is also something we didn't really think about. The thing is, the way they build in Accra is different from they build in the Western world. So there are certain houses, they look beautiful from the outside, but the plumbing work has not really been properly done.
I think, to be honest, because the way of building can be the same, but then the difference is, does the owner of the house or does the owner from the project does it on a big budget, or is he going to cut corners? And 9 out of 10 times it's cutting corners, which means indeed plumbing won't be the normal plumbing that you expect. Like in a lot of houses, if you go to the toilet, there's a small bin next to the toilet where if you go for number 2, you have to wipe down and put it in the trash bin. Yeah. Which doesn't make really sense because normally you just flush it down.
Well, it's because the pipes cannot handle the
and that's the reason why, because they budget down on the pipes to get lower grade quality pipes, which are connected so many times, also with lower grade connection parts, which causes blockage when the moment you flush something.
True. But I also think that's a little bit part of education. Like if you hire a plumber, there's no really like maybe a plumbing school. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not really like a plumbing school in Accra where people actually learn about what plumbing of a house entails. So I think everybody just tries to do the best that they can, but that might not necessarily be the standard that we are used to. So in our house, we had a lot of maintenance issues, which doesn't automatically fall on your landlord. So that is also something that you have to keep in mind and where you have to have a budget for. That also includes like maintenance of your house, your garden, maybe your pool. We had a really great pool guy.
Amazing.
And he really came and he really had knowledge about how to clean a pool and the certain chemicals. But it was not easy finding him, so you have to get lucky. And it's also that, like I said, I don't believe there's a school where you can learn how to maintain a pool without minimal chemicals, or how long you have to wait before you get into the pool. As soon as he came, Mike and Sophie like, oh, Seth came, swim. So now we can swim. And he was like, no, you have to wait for a bit. So that is also like, you have to really get lucky, I mean, basically. So that is also something that you keep in mind. And what you pay for is what you get. If you want to cut costs and have a pool guy come every week and pay like, pay him 20 cedis or something, you're gonna get a pool guy clean your pool for 20 cedis, and it will come with a lot of extras where you did not think about. So
instead of a blue pool, a green pool.
Yeah, and maybe have lots of chemicals in them that damage your skin. What you pay for is what you get.
Yeah.
I can't really put a price point on it. We had a nanny who was just a girl from the village and who wasn't really trained in handling children, and she really tried to take care of the kids in her own best way, but ended up, I think in a heat of the moment, slapping Micah, and we did not allow that, so we had to sack her. But if we had hired a nanny who was experienced and educated with how to handle and take care of children, I don't think that would have happened. So basically, you just have to use common sense and pay them to their standards. Yeah.
But it wasn't also easy to find one, to be honest.
Yes, it wasn't.
Like, many interviews, a lot of WhatsApp groups where
and you have to get a click with a person.
Nannies. Yeah, you have to have a click with a person, have to have a mess with the family, because you're letting somebody entering your family, entering your private life, like 24/7 almost.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to find somebody who is suitable for that.
Yeah, true.
For that position.
Yeah. And it's not like we take it out on her, not at all. We know our kids are very difficult to handle, but it's just that maybe we should have invested in educating her a little bit more, rather than just, because she was a lovely girl and we just had a click with her. So I think, you also have to keep in mind that maintenance cost of your house, of the people that you surround yourself with, is also a big cost factor. Anybody who has the idea to move to Ghana, I would highly recommend to not live in Accra. See, the way Ghana is set up is that there are two major cities, that is Kumasi and Accra. And the rest of Ghana are like small individual towns, which is also very beautiful, and you really have to explore to really know the whole of Ghana. I think a lot of people think about Ghana and the only thing that comes to mind is Accra. Where you've been there. There's been so many people who visited Ghana and have only been to Accra. Accra is not Ghana. Ghana is so much bigger than only Accra. But the problem with that is that Ghana is still a developing country. Anything you want, you find within the circle of Accra. If you go outside of that circle of Accra, it's more difficult to find things like shopping malls or grocery stores or hospitals, because they're just not that much. But once you go in the center of Accra, you can literally find anything. So the same thing I think counts for Kumasi, and the same thing I think counts for Tema. Tema is also an up-and-coming major city because of the harbor.
And Takoradi.
And Takoradi, definitely. So outside of those areas, you can still say that Ghana is more of a rural country. Like you will not see a supermarket randomly. You will not see hospitals.
More like individual small shops.
Local shops.
Local shops. You will see those like anywhere and everywhere.
So that I think you have to keep in mind before you say that you want to move to Ghana, because Ghana is still a developing nation and developing country. Could you actually settle to live in a more of a local lifestyle, or do you want to live similar to the way that you used to in a Western world or wherever you come from? Then you have to be in one of those major cities. So we chose to be in Accra because we knew Accra, that's where our family lives, and that is where we chose to settle. So there you have it, guys. We explained all the costs that there is into coming and moving to Ghana, especially Accra, with a family. Now, I want to talk to people who their parents have built a lovely house for them. What are you still doing in Abrochi?
What does abrochi mean for the people who don't understand?
It means that what are you still doing abroad? Like, there's people who have, their parents have built mansions and they still want to stay in London, they still want to stay in Amsterdam, they don't want to go and move to Ghana. Just try. This is the time for you to make the step. If you're single if you're together, if it don't matter the situation you're in, like we have also done it, so you can do it too. Ghana is a beautiful place and a beautiful country. It comes with a lot of challenges, but if you just follow our advice, if you just talk to people who have made that step, you can certainly make it too.
Amen.
I hope you liked the video, and I hope this helps you. Comment down below, when are you ready to move? Personally, I can't wait to go back again. See you in the next one.
Bye.